Alright guys, I'm sorry to say, but I have some bad news for this week. I will not be able to produce a video for my YouTube channel, so this is just a quick notification for you guys. No videos this week.
Excellent!
That's right, no videos, and this was completely my decision because I decided to take a couple days off. In fact, I already did that the past couple days. Not that I took them completely off, I just wasn't focusing on making videos for the channel. I was working on some other stuff. So it's sort of a weird thing with YouTube. You kind of have to be a slave to the algorithm to some degree, and we're never really 100% sure how the algorithm works. All we really know is that if we have a somewhat regular upload cycle or upload schedule, and I usually upload about 4 videos a week or 4 pieces of content a week, 3 videos plus the live show, that means I usually never go more than about 48 hours, 2 days or so in between video postings. So that is also why I decided to make this video. So yes, technically I am making a video this week, but all I'm really doing today is some quick personal updates, and then I decided to throw some excuses at you guys for why I didn't make any regular content this week. But don't worry, next week I will be back. I actually did have 2 videos that I was planning to make this week. I wasn't able to move forward with them, so they're just pushed to next week, and I'm going to continue it then. The one in particular that I'm really looking forward to doing and that I should probably take care of ASAP is an update to Riptide, because I need to swap out one of the pumps on that system, so stay tuned for that, probably next week. Then I've also had a few other things arrive, like these 2 graphics cards down here. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to show you guys those yet, so stay tuned for that content when it becomes available. Before I get into my excuses though, I did want to say a big, huge old thank you to you guys, because last week I was at CES. I was in Las Vegas to cover CES, and I did, I think, 15 videos total on that event. It was my first event coverage that I had done in about a year, since my daughter was born last year, so I wasn't able to go to Computex. So first event coverage since CES 2019, and the feedback was really positive. I tried to give you guys a nice wide variety of coverage from a mix of different vendors. I tried to kind of get straight to the point to talk about the products that they had on display or the stuff that they were working on that I found most compelling or interesting. And apparently you guys enjoyed those as well, because they got good views and really good feedback. So I just wanted to say thank you to all of you guys who watched my CES 2020 coverage, and I am planning on going to Computex this year at the beginning of June to cover that show as well in Taipei, Taiwan. So that is always also a lot of fun, so stay tuned for that. Let's get into those excuses though, shall we? I was actually midway through production of one of the videos this week, and we had to kind of cut it short, and that's because of this thing right here, this Mandalorian collar or whatever it's called. This collar was on our big old Hero boy down here, and you know, it's interesting, he's actually still kind of interested in it. Hero had to go in for surgery this past week, and it was for his eyes. It's probably kind of difficult to see, but on each of his lower eyelids he had a couple cysts, some growths. Those can lead to issues, especially if they start to conflict with the dog's ability to blink comfortably. So we scheduled that at the end of December, and then he went in just a few days ago, and then he had to have this collar on when he came home. This is one of the big plastic ones. It was actually even bigger than this, and I cut it down to size. And he's just a really big boy. He's about 100 pounds, and we needed to prevent him from using either of his paws to get up and scratch at his eye, and that's why he has to wear the Merovingian collar or whatever it's called. With this thing on, and this size dog walking around our relatively small house, and particularly out in the garage where I had a bunch of lights set up and cameras and everything, it just did not work. He was knocking stuff over. He was a hazard to himself and others. So that was what actually made me cut off filming a couple days ago, was that we just couldn't work with this. And I tweeted about it, and actually JJ from Asus, who also is a dog lover, was like, hey, you should try out these comfy collars that they have, which are more foam and they're a little bit more flexible. We looked up where to get one of those, and we couldn't find one where we could buy it in a store, so we actually have on order that's supposed to arrive today. And then this blue thing that he's wearing that makes him look like a kind of a funny looking flower was actually one of Nori's. They sent Nori home with this. Fortunately, it still fits him, like just barely. It goes over there. It's not too tight or anything like that. And while it's not the best because it can fold and stuff, it's getting the job done to prevent him from being able to kick up at his eye at all with his back legs. So good boy, Hero, and you're gonna get your comfy cone very soon. My second excuse is kind of tied into the home remodel that we have going on. It's actually moved forward with a lot now. We have a contractor lined up, put a deposit down, signed some contracts and stuff, so that's going to be starting within the next few weeks. I need to use this area out here where I had the patio cover installed to stash stuff. We need to move stuff from inside outside so a bunch of work can be done on the main living area, and I need to fix up this whole area around the edge because right now it's not closed in, so when it rains water drips down, not completely but in certain spots. So I'm going to try to do some rain gutters, and I'm just going to handle that over this weekend. Not planning to do a video on it, but maybe when I do the remodel stuff I'll show you guys the results of my work. At the same time this week I need to be thinking about stuff for next week, so these two items right down here I need to start testing so I can already have some work done on that, sort of get a head start on next week. Then I guess my final excuse is that I just came off of CES week. I made 15 videos last week. I usually make 4 a week, so hopefully that's enough to tide you guys over that. Plus this, of course. There's one last thing. You might be able to hear her in the back of the house right now, and that is my daughter Hannah, as well as my wife. I was away from them all last week, so I wanted to have a little bit more time this weekend to spend with them. So guys, that is going to wrap it up for this pretty short video. Again, just trying to not go too long in between videos on my channel, so I hope this has been a sufficient in-between quick update short video to get you guys by. I'll be back with regular content next week, as well as kicking off the live show once again starting on Tuesday. We're doing a very slight change to the format this week, so we're going to be broadcasting to Kyle's channel this week, as well as twitch.tv/awesomehardware. So feel free to join us for that if you're available. And if you guys enjoyed this video at all, maybe hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more content coming at you real soon. Home remodel, that work on Riptide. I've got the epic water-cooled system that is still in the works as well, that's out in the garage. Lots of stuff coming at you really soon. Just needed a few days to kind of rest, recuperate, and get back on track. Thanks again for watching this video, guys. We'll see you next time.